Hey everyone, this is Jeetan. Um, Recently, I have been exploring I've started to explore MCP a bit, and then made some progress on it in understanding. So, just want to share that a bit. So, I have created an MCP server in Mule, which is it's very basic for the time being, but it's just should be I've pushed this repository, and one can clone it, and then once you clone it you can open that in a studio, and when you do that it's very basic. We have a MCP we have a listener and MCP server with a streamable HTTP server connection, and then we have created a flow in which we are exposing get user as a tool listener, and for the timing it doesn't there is no, the input parameter is just an empty object. And what we are doing is that once we have created this tool listener for get users, we are calling a get user subflow. In that subflow we are making a request to this JSON placeholder API on the users, and just getting like passing ID as one, which probably, if you see, it's going to look something like this. That's the response, and if we just remove one we can get all the users as well. Just for testing I have kept it one to check my limits on making an LLM call when we are going to connect it from the client. So we can start this MCP server, and now while it's being started we have I have created a client, MCP client in Node, which using TypeScript a bit, and we can one can clone this repository as well. And when you do that, basically you kind of like, this is our we are connecting to this MCP server in Mule, and we are using transport as streamable HTTP client transport. And then we create a client, the MCP client, and connect with that transport. And once we do that, we are going to list the tools, which means we should get our get users tool, and we add that as a function to the function tool area of tools, and here tools. And in the LLM, when we are going to make an LLM call, we are going to pass that as that tools object. So let's just, and then you can follow some directions here. We can basically, what we have to do is we have to go to our terminal, and let's go into MCP client. I have cloned that repository, and it's the same code. And basically what we need to do is we need to run this command here. One sec. Yeah, npm run start client. So what we can do is, what you have to do, npm run, and then you can use the start client. And once we do that, you got to obviously use your own key for OpenAI. Use your own OpenAI key uh, to connect to the OpenAI model. And if you see, the model is mentioned somewhere here. I'm using GPT 4 mini. So let's just start this client. Once I do that, it's going to ask, how can I help you today? And if we go here, so we have done step 1. I've talked about step 2 as well. We have started the terminal, the client in the terminal window as well. Now what we can do, we can try with some utterances, and maybe we can try with an utterance which just use the make a call to the OpenAI model. And if we go here, we can just say, okay, we can try this one. Write a one sentence. You can try any utterance that you want, but let's just try this, and it should give us a response. Okay, that's the response from the OpenAI model. But now what we want to do is, we want to give an utterance which is going to use our which is going to call our tool, the tool from the MCP server. And for now, we have you can just give a basic utterance like get users, and it should oh, see, I'm getting rate limit exceeded. That's why I was that's why I was we got to wait a bit, but we did get a response here. Now if I start the client again, and if I give it an utterance get users, then it should call the tool. But since we have reached the limit, we are going to try this another time. But what should happen now is, instead, if the rate limit is not exceeded, then it should call the get users MCP tool, and you can see we are getting connected here. And it should return the response from JSON placeholder API. So we are going to try that again later but for the time being, that's how it works. Thanks for watching and listening.